Excited to announce, as everyone has probably already seen if you are a Halloween fanatic, that is the Spirit Halloween 2024 lineup was revealed and dropped today on their website. They have it exclusively on a YouTube channel that shows off their new 2024 Halloween prop and animatronic collection. Now, when I first saw the video, um, I already knew this was going to be a problem. And we're all getting ready to go through this, so just go ahead and just prepare yourself for it. Everyone's going to find something out of that lineup that they like, and it's probably not just going to be one thing. I know for me, it's about 4 or 5, and none of them are cheap. Even though I do think they have made some very nice price points for some of these animatronics and props, which I think was very fair on the budget items. But then, of course, the ones that a lot of people are going to want and the most popular um, by demand are going to be the ones that are around 300 and up. And of course, the biggest one that I wanted just off the gate was the Alien one. And of course, it is the most expensive one at $350, but it is 10 feet tall and it does have servo motors in the head. So, whenever you start looking at props like that, that's usually the price point when you look at like the Predator of the Night and some of the other servo animatronics from, let's say, Home Depot were all around or close to 300 and up. So it's a fair price, but I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like my wallet's getting ready to be hurt because it's just things that I want. But I am going to play it cool. I am going to play it safe. And what I mean by that is I need to wait till this Home Depot drop hits. Now, if you notice, Home Depot is going to be the last one to start making their drops. And it's for a reason. Because when Home Depot drops, everything stops. They are going to be that store that everyone is waiting on and looking forward to seeing the items that were not even teased yet and the ones that were teased to see a little better picture of that. So anyway, but we're not talking about Home Depot tonight. We're talking about Spirit Halloween. And what I want to do tonight is just give my personal opinion on the initial video and what these animatronics look like, whether or not I'm interested in them or not, and just kind of how I feel about the price point on a lot of them. So yeah, just hang with me for a minute. I know it may be a long video because there's so many things that came out today, and a lot of them are not for sale yet. So, we have to wait on certain things. I'm just ready to see these things in the store. I'm really ready for the store to open up. I really want to see a lot of these in person because I think some of them are going to look better in person, and I think some of them are going to look worse in person. So that's just a waiting game at this point. It's still June right now, so we got a ways to go.
All right, here we go, YouTube. So let's start off. We're on the Spirit Halloween website. Welcome to the Carnevil. I think that's a really cool name. Here is a 45-second preview of all these, a lot of these animatronics. So let's play this first. All right, really cool in my opinion. That video was really nice. I like the editing and everything with it. All right, so it's a lot of characters to go over. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, just giving my personal opinion. So we're gonna start off from the top. The world famous entertainers. Let's start with Ghostface. I'm not the biggest fan of Scream movies, and I've been there. I'm old enough since since the original one. It just wasn't a character that I really resonated with, or I mean, I know people may get on me about this, but I'm a little bit more old school. It just never resonated to me as a icon horror figure like Jason or Freddy or um, uh, any of the ones that really came out in the 80s, Pinhead, Leatherface, guys like that. But I still think he's cool. 6.2 feet. Um, I think he actually looks pretty good. I don't really care for the animation, but I think overall he is, excuse me, a decent looking Halloween prop. Let's see, did they do the video in this one? They showed his animation in that clip, but I don't think they have it on here as of yet. His movements are kind of slow to me, but I still think overall he's decent. Ghostface is going to be $280. For $280, I just don't see it. Even with the 20% off, to me, this is a $200 prop at the most. I know he comes with two different masks and two different knives, but I just don't see that price point personally. I do like the plain mask. The one with the blood I think is a little bit too much, and I do like the two different knives. Both of them look pretty cool. But when you see his animation, to me, it just doesn't justify this price. I don't think it's that cool. Like, there's one of the masks, there's the other. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see 280 in this guy, but that's my opinion. So I would pass on Ghostface. Now, these two are definitely ones that I want in my collection. These guys, I already knew this was going to be a problem. 5.8 Emily, animatronic from The Corpse Bride. She is at $300. Of course, this is a licensed prop, so I would expect her to be that much. Here's her animation.
With this candle, I will light your way in darkness. With this ring, I ask you to be mine. You kept your promise. You set me free. Now I can do the same for you.
Too cool. I mean, these things look like they just came out of the movie. The animation is awesome. The sound, the voice, everything, it looks great on this. To me personally, being that it's a licensed product, I would expect it to be actually a little bit more. 300 is definitely worth it, especially with the 20% off. This is one that I definitely want in the collection. And of course, Victor, you saw his animation as well. I think it's the exact same. Let me see. Yes, exact same thing. He's 6 feet tall, and Victor, I want to say he's a little bit less for some reason, which I don't really understand why that is. Let's see real quick. Victor is coming in at $280, so he's $20 cheaper. Still, I definitely think he's worth it. I wish Spirit Halloween just put them together and just sold them for like a couple for $500 or something like that, rather than selling them separately. Because why in the world would you buy it separately when you know the other one comes with it to match? I mean, what are you going to do with one and not the other? So, really cool. Definitely want to pick these up. I mean, the quality and the look and the animation just looks so realistic as compared to the movie. So this is really, really cool. Great job on these. So Victor and Emily definitely is a go. Ghostface, in my opinion, is a no. So let's get to Art. All right, Art the Clown. We know a little bit about him. We know Party City's coming out with one as well. So a lot of people are going to be comparing these two guys. And from what I can say about him, 6.2 feet. I think he looks great. He's at only $200. Now let's look at his animation. That horn is crazy. Yeah, Art is cool. I won't be picking him up, but I do like Art the Clown. He is to me more of a horror icon more quickly than Ghostface is, in my opinion. I just think that he just, I don't know, I resonated with him more than Ghostface as far as what he is, what he represents in these horror movies on there, which is terror. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I do like him. At $200, it's a steal. Is he better than the Party City one? We don't really know yet, but I still think you can't go wrong with him. So I would say a go for Art the Clown. This guy, what the hell? I just don't know who was thinking this was okay to release. I have a problem with this, right? And my problem isn't what most people may think. This guy, the hair on this guy looks like it is bad, man. It is bad. The hair on this really just completely demolishes. It looks like a lace front wig. And then if you saw the video, his movement wasn't really fluid. It really wasn't that great. He's at $280. He is a licensed product, but he looks awful. If you could find, and they make them a Halloween mask that has like the hair that looks like it's like the movie, I think it would be awesome. But this right here, this hair, I just can't do it. It looks like he's getting ready to sign the Declaration Proclamation or something on there. I don't know, man. This thing. Whoever came up with this should be fired. Whoever designed that head, no, it's not even the person that designed it. It's the person that approved it. This right here is absolutely a no-go. And it's definitely because of the hair. The hair just messes up the whole thing. My opinion, I wouldn't even touch this guy. Definitely not at 280. Michael is a no. All right, let's go to the main attractions here. The Ringmaster. This guy right here is cool, man. He looks great. The way that his movement is, his look, the talk. Like, I really look at this guy and think, oh, okay, I need to really see what this chest thing does. I thought it was a graphic, like something that shows up on his shirt, but I don't know. It could be something different on what's actually happening here. Let's see. Product sayings, animated. Send chills down your spine. He also features laughing and torture screaming sound effects. In fact, the show has just begun. Come on. He opens up his arms, tilts his head back, moves his mouth, and projects swirling souls on his chest to suck you in. Wow, okay. Yeah, this guy is cool. He is $330 at 7 feet tall. I really want to see more about that whole soul thing and what it actually does. I like his build. I like the size of him. He just, you don't see too many big guys besides Buzzsaw these days on there. He looks cool. Like he looks like he's just a mischievous guy. I would definitely pick this guy up, even at 330. I still want to see what he actually does for real with the soul thing, but I think he's good to go. I would give a go for the Ringmaster for sure, in my opinion. Nibbles the Clown. Okay, so this one is interesting. 6 feet tall. He sells for $300. I saw him talking in the beginning. He has a cool voice. He's one of the more old school looking jester type clowns. I don't know. I'm just getting so tired of all the clowns. And I don't mean to disrespect those who like clowns, but we just get too many clowns year after year after year after year. And it's just like, why can't we get more aliens? Why can't we get more vampires? Why can't we get more? We got enough ghouls, witches, gravediggers, and ghosts. And, well, no, we could use some different types of ghosts, but or phantoms. But we get in the clowns. We just get way too much of from every company. So I'm going to say off the tops, I can't do any more clowns. So Nibbles, I'm going to say no. It's just oversaturated with clowns right now. Bobby Strings, this guy looks really interesting. I saw him talking on the video as well. 7.7 feet, so he's pretty big. I really would like to see more of what he does. Features arms and legs that extend up to 8 inches and move up and down just as if you were being controlled by his puppet master. See him in action. So basically, he moves as if like someone's already controlling him, which is cool. He's a big guy to be that type of puppet, which I think is even more interesting on there. So I do like it. His price point is $310. I just can't see $310 for a guy like this. But if he was more around $210, I could see it. But $310, I'm going to say no go with that. But I do like him. I do think it's cool. I think the price point is just a little off for him, my opinion. Barnaby the Bear. All right, so this guy looks pretty cool too. We saw him moving a little bit on the video. I have to see it in person. This is one where he looks really cool, right? But then the face looks it looks better in these pictures. In this original picture, it looks a little cheesy. But if you see here, it looks a lot darker in these other stock photos. So I don't really know yet. I really would have to see. But I think he looks okay. 6 feet tall, balances on the ball. He's at $280. With the coupon, I mean, it may not be that bad, but I just have to see him in person. So he's one that I would wait on. But he's very unique. You know, you haven't seen too much like him. So I would be interested in him once I actually saw him in person. So I'm gonna have a wait on him. All right, now this is the one that everybody's been talking about. Everybody's really interested in. He's $330, 6.2 foot cotton candy Dan animatronic. Let's check out the video.
Yum, yum, yum. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's not. One thing I'll tell you though, it'll do more than rot your teeth out.
All right, so here we go. Clown again. I think he's cool looking. I think he's cool. I like the unique look. I like, of course, the pop up with the head. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. I even think the price point is decent at $330 for what it does. It's cool. It's a cool prop. I just can't do any more clowns. I'm done with clowns, so I'm going to say no. But if I wasn't done with clowns, this is one I would definitely pick up. So I see why people are excited about him. He's definitely a cool one and good to go in my opinion. Just not for me, but for others, I get it. Let's take up the Grave Stew Ghoul. He is 3 feet tall at $180, which I think is a great price point, especially with 20% off. I do like his movement. Let's check out the video. All right, so he sounds like Spike a little bit with the actual voice. Has kind of like a very similar movement. I mean, I like the movement, but at the same time, I could see that just kind of getting old, and I don't know. I could just see that being a problem later on down the line with the motors and everything on how it actually just twists like that. But it is cool. 180 is a great price point, especially with a 20% off coupon. So in my book, he's still a go. Glad that Spirit Halloween did a budget one because it's needed. The budget ones are needed. All right, Night Terror for $100. Let's look at the video. All right, so I like the voice, I like the movement, but not on this guy. I think they should put another animatronic with that type of movement on it, or a laughing voice. But this one just looks kind of corny to me, and I'm so tired of the pumpkin faces. Like, this is another thing that's just getting old. All of the pumpkin heads on all of these different animatronics from company to company. I'm just tired of it. But at $100 with 20% off, I mean, that's not bad. So in store, this is looking like an $85 product. Not too bad if you're just trying to add something to the collection or something on the budget. So for that reason, excuse me. For that reason, I'll give it a go. But for me personally, I wouldn't buy it. But I can see why people would want it, and it's a great price point. So I would give it a go, just not for me. What's next? We have Wanda Webworth. Now this one, I want. And I don't even know exactly what it can do, but the look of it is just so cool. How can you not want this thing, right? You have a upright 6-foot spider, okay, that actually makes noises and hisses and all of this stuff on there. This thing is super cool. It is $270, 20% off. Probably isn't that bad just because it's so unique and different. Look at this thing. I personally love it. I like this guy. Like, this is something that I definitely would buy, but maybe I will wait and see if it goes on sale first. But this thing is just really cool. I'm sorry. Like, this spider that stands up on its hind legs and literally has a face and fangs. I like this guy. I like the Wanda Webworth is definitely one that I want to get at $270. Definitely a go for me. Probably in my top 3 most exciting ones that I would want this year. All right, the Cremator. I think the Cremator is really cool. Let's show you a video of what he can do. He is at $200. Cool. So basically, he's supposed to be like a cremator, and I guess the flames are engulfing his body. I mean, it's basically like a lighting effect with the guy holding the skull. Not too bad. 200, I think, is a little bit high for this guy. I would price him more so at a 150, maybe 160 price point. But with a 20% off coupon, I wouldn't do it. I don't think he's a go, but for some people, he is pretty cool. He'll be great in a cemetery or hell type theme hunt. But I know some people would say he's a go. Price point is almost there, a little bit high, but he's not that bad. So I wouldn't buy it, but for others, I see why he's a go. So I'll give him that. All right, Max Straw. Okay, this guy. So another scarecrow. We've seen so many of them, but let's check out this video. All right, so I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with him. 180 is a decent price. I still think he should be in that same range of 160, 170, but he's close to it. All right, even with a 20% off coupon, will make it better. Here's my issue with him. He's one of those ones that's floating, like the Witch from Home Depot and some of the other ones that are getting ready to come out. These things are so difficult to put together, and if it's anything like the Witch, I would stay away from it. Like, I hate putting together the 12-foot Witch. If he's anything like that, I just wouldn't even touch it. But he's only 7.9 feet tall, so because of that, it may not be as difficult. I think he's cool. I think he's a cool prop. Price is almost right, so I would still give him a go. I'm not going to buy him, but I still think he's good for the price point. All right, the Dark Princess. All right, the Dark Princess, interesting animatronic. You saw her in the video. She has an interesting effect of how her jump scare is. So basically what she does is she jumps up and her wings spread out like the bat from last year. And then like Dagger Mike, her arms have like a similar movement to that. So she's kind of like 2 animatronics in one that came out last year from Spirit Halloween. So it's interesting how they incorporated her into one animatronic. But for me personally, I just don't. I think she's a great jump scare, so I see why people are going to want her. But for me, I wouldn't buy her. She is $170. Price point's decent, but just not for me. But again, I see why other people would want her for the jump scare. So she definitely would be a go for other people. Demonic Gatekeeper, $200, 3.5 feet. Kind of high for what he is, but let's see what he does in the video.
This is the point of no return. Your cries and screams are futile.
This guy looks cool. This guy looks cool. I think he's at a great price point at $200 with the 20% off. Yes, he's short, 3.5 feet tall, but so is the Crypt Keeper, and he was double this price. But I like the lighting and head effect, and his hands look huge, which gives him a good effect. He's cool. Would want to see him in person too, but he's one I'm going to keep an eye on. Probably wouldn't buy him for retail, but I would definitely pick him up on the used market. But he is a go for me. So I do like the Demonic Gatekeeper, which I think they could have came up with a better name for him as well. Now this is my guy. This is the one, my number one want for this year from Spirit Halloween. And of course he would be the most expensive. It's very hard to find alien animatronics, but this is the one that I really would want. And in the video, you saw how he lit up in the hands and the chest and the arms. This thing is cool. I didn't really like the head at first because it doesn't quite look as alienish as I would want it to, but it does look different. It doesn't look human or ghoulish or skull-like either. It's kind of a mix between the two. But I've got a feeling this is going to look better in person. But I do want this guy. $350 is not bad. He does have servo motors. So, I do understand that's going to definitely raise the price for him. But, yeah, this, and at 10 feet tall, I want this guy. This is my number one. And then my number two would be the Corpse Bride, Victor and Emily. And what was my other one? This is a go for sure. What was my other one? Oh, the Ringmaster will probably be my number three. Oh, no, Wanda. I'm sorry. Wanda Webworth is my number three. So right now, in order, Death Ray, the Corpse Bride, where are they at? Yep. Victor and Emily, and then Wanda Webworth would be my number three. All right, and then the last three, A Blast from the Past, Cerebrus, I'm sorry.
For today, we are looking at how to pronounce these names, as well as how to say more interesting but often confusing names from Greek mythology, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel if you like learning Cerberus. Stress on the first syllable, both British and American pronunciations.
So let's go into Cerberus.
Similar, even though in American it sounds more like Cerberus, or in British English again, Cerberus.
All right, let's go into Cerberus, the three-headed dog from Greek mythology. All right, this guy's back in stock, and I have been wanting this guy for a while. Let's just check out the video. The thing just looks cool, man. I mean, but here's where I'm disappointed. I knew Spirit Halloween was bringing this back. It was announced for a while. But here's the thing. They basically are bringing it back just as it was originally made. And there are so many, even though it has 92 ratings and 4.5 stars, if you really start reading people's comments from 4 stars on the way down, everyone will start talking about how bad the construction of this is, how fragile it is, all the modifications you have to do. Issues with one of the heads usually stop working within the first week or two. There's a lot of issues with this guy. So I'm staying away from it, even though I'm happy to see it back. all of the people who, like, I see so many people on Facebook Marketplace charge up to $300 to $350 for this guy. I'm so glad to see that they brought it back at such a low price with 20% off. I mean, you're basically getting this thing for $100 if you get it shipped, 105 maybe. So he's a go for sure. But I'm really now not intrigued as much to buy it because of all of the issues that people have had with it. The glue not being on like it should, very fragile screws. Of course, it only comes with the 2 legs. It doesn't come with any hind legs. Basically, what you see in this picture is what you get. That's like a wooden board, and it's not what you may think it is. So very, very fragile, and I don't know if I really want to take that chance with it. But it's still definitely a cool prop. I still may end up picking it up later on, but can't beat that price point. All right, the Towering Creepy Clown, this guy, $230. Again, clown for me, no go. I know other people have been waiting for it, so I get it. Grab it if you want it, but no go for me. And then the Twitching Banshee. So she is, oh man, she looks crazy in this picture right here. I've heard a lot of people say, really good things about her as far as them wanting her. I've never been interested in it, but she is a little interesting to say the least. But yeah, she is coming back as well. I can't remember what year she was from, but she is a one of the props that they're bringing back. She's at $230, 6 foot, which is pretty tall. And I wish I had a video on her, but I don't. But still, she's back for those who've been wanting her. So she looks crazy, man. She looks creepy for real. So I can only imagine what she can do. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for Spirit Halloween and what they just announced and brought out today. So yeah. All right, guys. Check you out in the next video. You take care. Peace.
Subscribe.